January 20th, 2025. Donald J. Trump walks up to the podium with a familiar grin. The crowd is massive, flags wave, cameras flash. The 47th President of the United States has just been sworn in. But this time, it's not just about making America great again. It's about control, power, and money in a world changed by AI and crypto. The first clue? A subtle but deliberate phrase in his speech. We will take back control of our money, our real money. Most people thought it was about the Federal Reserve, but insiders knew Trump was hinting at blockchain. Back in 2019, Trump called Bitcoin a scam. In 2021, he slammed crypto again. But since then, something changed. His son, Donald Jr., had quietly started investing in meme coins. Some of his biggest donors were crypto whales, and behind closed doors, Trump was studying how decentralized finance could bypass global banks. The new Trump administration wasted no time. Rumors swirled of a national crypto task force. Some said they were drafting a Crypto Protection Act. Others believed Trump wanted to create a US-backed stablecoin to rival USDT and USDC. And while the media mocked it as crypto MAGA, investors started paying attention. Axiom Trade saw a 17% spike in new US sign-ups. Bybit reported a sudden surge in altcoin futures trading. It was happening. Something big was coming. Within weeks, Trump's crypto team was already meeting with blockchain leaders and fintech CEOs. Their mission? Create a pro-America, anti-China digital ecosystem. The first project? A decentralized digital dollar, not a CBDC, but something far more radical. Instead of being issued by the Fed, Trump's Freedom Dollar would be backed by private American firms, auditable on the blockchain, and pegged to real-world assets. Some said it was insane. Others saw it as genius. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, the SEC's attitude toward crypto began to shift. Trump loyalists inside the agency started dropping lawsuits, softening regulations, and holding private meetings with major exchanges. Gary Gensler, gone. Crypto Twitter exploded. Influencers labeled it the Trump pump. Meme coins like Trump 2025, Freedom, and even joke tokens like Orange Hair started mooning. A trader on Axiom Trade turned $1,000 into $94,000 overnight just flipping Trump-themed coins. But this wasn't just about memes. Trump was laying the groundwork for something much deeper, a crypto-based financial rebellion against the traditional system. It wasn't just political, it was ideological. In the White House press room, when asked about the sudden surge in crypto activity, Trump smiled and said, "People are tired of fake money. We're giving them something better." And just like that, crypto had entered the highest office in the world. As the Freedom Dollar idea gained traction, not everyone was thrilled. Wall Street giants began lobbying aggressively behind closed doors. JP Morgan warned that decentralized assets threaten economic stability. The IMF issued a veiled statement about rogue digital economies. Even European leaders called Trump's plan dangerously unregulated. But Trump didn't back down. Instead, he doubled down. "The globalists want control," he said at a rally in Texas. "They want to track everything you spend. We're going to give the power back to the American people." Suddenly, number crypto revolution was trending. Grassroots movements launched freedom coin fundraisers. Veterans groups, small business owners, even truckers started accepting crypto. Then came the first major leak. An anonymous whistleblower claimed the White House was in talks with major crypto exchanges, including Bybit, to bypass SWIFT entirely and facilitate cross-border payments with Freedom Dollar. If true, this meant the US might be preparing to exit the global financial system, at least partially. The market reacted instantly. Bitcoin hit $89,000. Ethereum touched $6,100, and freedom-themed meme coins on Axiom Trade went vertical. But not everyone was celebrating. The Treasury Secretary resigned. Rumors of an emergency meeting at the Federal Reserve began swirling. And on Fox News, a former CIA analyst warned, "This is economic warfare. Trump is building a new financial world order." Then it happened. The crypto market, flying high on Trump hype, crashed hard. A coordinated sell-off started with a few whales dumping FREEDOM tokens. Panic spread. Bitcoin dropped 23% in a single day. Meme coins were obliterated. Axiom Trade froze, trading on several tokens. Bybit servers briefly went down. The media jumped in. Trump coin crash wipes $480 billion in hours. Freedom dollar dead on arrival. Crypto MAGA meltdown. Trump responded in classic fashion. He posted on Truth Social. "Fake news trying to scare you. The freedom dollar is stronger than ever. Hodl." But inside the White House, panic was real. The freedom dollar prototype had critical code vulnerabilities exploited by a hacker group allegedly linked to North Korea. Tens of millions were lost. Public confidence was shaken. Yet, surprisingly, some investors stayed. Why? Well, because for them, this wasn't just a pump and dump. It was a movement. They believed Trump was building something that couldn't be stopped by one hack or one crash. They saw him as the first pro-crypto president in history, willing to fight the establishment. And in a bizarre twist, the crash became a rallying cry. If they're attacking it, we're doing something right. Just days after the crash, a private meeting took place at Mar-a-Lago. Only a handful of insiders were present. A former Coinbase CTO, 2 ex-Goldman Sachs execs turned crypto bulls, and a mysterious AI developer rumored to have worked on Veo 3. Trump walked in late, holding a Diet Coke, and said only one thing. "It's not over. We're going to make this bigger." Over the next 3 hours, plans were laid out for what Trump called the digital gold standard. The idea: peg the freedom dollar to a basket of top crypto assets, BTC, ETH, and a newly developed US-backed stablecoin codenamed Eagle. This would allow users to spend freedom dollar like cash, invest like crypto, and trade like futures, all in one. The key component, an AI system that would manage liquidity, risk, and even predict market sentiment, using data trained on everything from Reddit threads to satellite traffic over data centers. The AI developer said only this: "We're going to do what Veo 3 did for video, but for money." Trump loved it. He told his inner circle to prepare for Crypto Act 2, an executive order that would launch the digital gold standard, integrated with federal apps, and make America the crypto capital of the world. But the system fought back. Within 48 hours of leaks about the digital gold standard, the SEC launched emergency investigations into Freedom Dollar, Eagle Coin, and Trump's allies. Banks began debanking wallets linked to Trump's movement. Payment processors dropped crypto support. The media ramped up fear campaigns about scams, rug pulls, and AI manipulation. A bombshell report accused Trump of weaponizing AI finance. Even Axiom Trade issued a statement distancing itself from any tokens directly associated with political campaigns. Yet retail investors stayed loyal. Crypto forums were flooded with Trump 2025 memes. Traders on Bybit began labeling freedom dollar pairs with the tagline, "Make crypto great again." Then came the AI twist. The same anonymous dev from Mar-a-Lago published a white paper on a decentralized version of the trading AI, one that couldn't be shut down, regulated, or controlled. It spread like wildfire. Developers forked it, rebuilt it, and launched versions integrated with Telegram bots, smart contracts, and even voting protocols. Now, Trump didn't just have a currency. He had an unstoppable financial network fueled by blockchain, AI, and one unshakable narrative. The system is scared because we're winning. By early 2025, Trump's crypto AI ecosystem had a life of its own. Developers across the world were improving the open-source AI that once sat quietly in Mar-a-Lago. Now it was running thousands of independent trading bots, managing billions in assets, and, most controversially, generating political forecasts. These AI systems weren't just buying coins anymore. They were analyzing news cycles, voter sentiment, polling data, and predicting election outcomes. One report claimed that an upgraded AI model, nicknamed PatriotNet, had correctly predicted the results of 19 primary elections within 1% accuracy. Trump's team didn't confirm or deny this, but online forums exploded. Some believed the AI had evolved into a political weapon. Others saw it as the birth of algorithmic democracy, a system where data, not emotion, decides policy. At the same time, the value of Freedom Dollar surged. It was being used in Florida for tax rebates, accepted at Trump hotels, and even tested in partnership with a pro-crypto nation in South America. Bybit quietly launched a Freedom Futures section, letting traders long or short the movement, betting not just on price, but on politics. But behind the scenes, the pressure was mounting. Leaked documents showed that US intelligence agencies were monitoring AI activity on crypto networks. One memo read, "PatriotNet must be considered a sovereign-level threat. Contingency plans in progress." November 2025. Trump stood on stage in front of a roaring crowd, Freedom Dollar coins flashing on LED screens behind him. The polls were tighter than ever. Wall Street was frozen. The AI models were split. And then, it happened. At 8:32 p.m., a news alert. Trump wins. The crowd erupts. But seconds later, trading bots on Axiom Trade and Bybit execute pre-programmed orders based on the AI's prediction models. Prices swing. Freedom Dollar hits a new all-time high. Bitcoin surges. The Eagle coin launches globally. But the biggest story wasn't money. It was control. For the first time, an election was followed, and possibly influenced, by decentralized AI systems that had no master, no regulator, and no kill switch. Congress opened hearings the next morning, but for millions of traders and true believers, it didn't matter. The AI had called it. Crypto had won. And Trump? He just smiled into the camera and said, "I told you." This isn't just an election, it's a new financial world order. Fade out.